Morning, my dear student. New chapter. Okay, chemical messages for homeostasis. In this chapter, we are going to study uh, hormones and their functions. Okay, student. The endocrine system is organs system that control and coordinate all activities in the body. Take page number 40. Okay. The system including endocrine gland and their secretion called hormones. Hormones are chemical messages that regulating the cellular activity. It means that in our body, endocrine system is there. In endocrine system, what do you know? Controls and coordinate all activity in our body. All activity. This is system including endocrine gland. Endocrine system contain what? Endocrine gland. Endocrine gland produce the hormone, chemical messages that is known as hormone. What is mean by hormone? Hormones are chemical messages that are regulating cellular activities. Clear? To control and coordinating our body, the hormone required, that by the help of that hormone our body's control and coordinate will be, all activity will take place. Means different number of hormone is there, each hormones functioning different functions. Okay, each hormone, that is going to teaching you now. Look, second para. Endocrine gland do not have a particular duct to carrying the hormones to various tissues. Duct means tube. Endocrine gland what? Producing, secreting the hormone. But this hormone how reaching to the part of the body? Not having any duct, not having any tube. By the help of the blood, this hormone mix up with the blood and blood taking hormone to the required tissues. Understood? No? To carrying the hormone, there is no any tube. Hormone is carried by the blood and reaching to the various tissues. Okay, I give one question and answer for this one. Look at this one. Look, endocrine system. What is endocrine system? It is an organ system that control and coordinate all activity in the body. Write this one in your notebook. It including endocrine gland. Endocrine glands produce the hormones. Hormone means hormones are chemical messages that are regulating the cellular activities. To activate the cell, what is required? Chemical message required. That chemical message is known as hormone. Write and take. Okay, this one in your notebook. Look, endocrine gland are called ductless gland. Why? Endocrine gland not contain any tube. Why? Because endocrine gland do not have any duct to carrying the hormones to tissues. So hormones are transmitting through blood. Hence they are called ductless gland. To carrying the hormone, there is no special tube. Hormones are reaching to the target tissue by the help of blood. Do the hormone transport through the blood functioning to all cell? No, they functioning only on its target cell. In all cell not require the hormone. Which cell require the hormone? That cell is known as a target cell. So blood is not taking to all part of the cell. Which cell require the hormone? That cell is known as target cell. Understood? Take page number 40, illustration 3.1. Look here. This is blood vessel. In this blood vessel, red color blood, and that is known as hormone molecules, bluish color. These hormone molecules are combined with the blood and moving where required the hormone. And moving time, number of cell you can see, that is known as cell. In cell contain receptor. This receptor help to enter to the hormone into the cell. And when hormone combine with the receptor, that is known as hormone receptor molecules. When a hormone enter into the cell, what happen? No, it produces enzyme. This enzyme activated with the cell and certain changes occurring in the cellular activity, and the cell become active. Example: when we eat more sweets, our sugar level will be, glucose level will be increases. It is danger to our cell. In that time, hormone is called insulin enter to the cell and reduces glucose in the cell. This is known as hormone target cell. Understood? No? This hormone, which cell required, that cell is known as target cell. Target cell means the cell which are acted upon the hormone are target cell. You can see, no, our target cell there in the textbook. Look, the cell which are acted upon the hormone is known as target cell. Look, the yellow color box. Only those cells having the specific receptor can receive a specific hormone. Each hormone molecule bind means combine with the receptor to form a hormone receptor complex. Following this, enzymes are activated with the cell and certain changes occurring in the cellular activity. It meaning that when hormone reaching to the cell, it enter through the receptor like a door, and after entering it produce enzyme combine with the cell and certain changes occurring in the cellular activities. Clear, no? Look, target cell means what? Each hormone act only upon those cells which have the specific receptor. Okay, this cell which are acted upon by hormone are called target cell. This one right and take. Okay. This is step of hormone action. When hormone entering to the cell, what changes happen? Look, step of hormone action. Endocrine gland produce hormone, blood carrying hormone to the target cell, hormone bind in the receptor of target cell, hormone receptor complexes form, enzymes are activated within the cell, and changing occurs in the cellular activity. This is the step of hormone action on the cell. Okay, this and write and take. This is the flow chart of figure illustration 3.1. Next is after digestion, page number 41. After digestion, what will happen now? When you eat any food, maybe vegetable or fruits, meals, anything, digestion take place, right? After digestion, no, glucose is absorbed into the blood absorbing the glucose from the food. This glucose reaching the cell and producing energy. We get the energy, so we activate. That time, no, pancreas play major role this activity to maintain the glucose in the body. Understood? Look at this figure. This is known as pancreas gland. Okay, it is connected to the duodenum. You know, in 9th standard you studied duodenum, the continuous of stomach. Okay, continuous of stomach, duodenum, that is connected to pancreas. In pancreas gland, inside number of cells is contained, that is known as isolates of Langerhans. Isolates of Langerhans, inside two types of cell is there, alpha cells and beta cell. Alpha cell producing hormone is known as glucagon. When glucose level reduces, that time glucagon use. Okay, when and beta cell producing hormone is known as insulin. When our glucose level increases, insulin work out. When glucose level decreases, glucagon work out. Both are is known as antagonistic. Antagonistic means insulin's opposite character glucagon, glucagon's opposite character insulin. That is known as antagonistic insulin. Understood now? Okay. Next, listen, function of insulin, function of beta cell. I will say. In examination, we will ask the question: alpha cell full column insulin, beta cell full column dash. What is the answer? Beta cell full column is glucagon. Here look, function of insulin. What is the use of insulin now? What is the function? Cellular uptake of glucose molecule. If the glucose level increases, it helps to stop to move. Uptake means. And what now? Excess, next point. Convert the glucose into glycogen in liver and muscles. Excess glucose converting into glycogen and storing in liver and muscles. But minimum in our body, 70 to 110 mg per 100 ml glucose must required for body balance. Means body balance not maintaining our metabolism. If excess glucose is converting glycogen in storing in liver. Glucagons help when no glucose level decreases in our body below 70. That time alpha cell producing hormone glucagon. What do you know glucagon? Glucagon it converts the glycogen storing in the liver to glucose. Glycogen converted to glucose. Also synthesizing the glucose from amino acid. If the glucose not enough means from the amino acid glucose is prepared, synthesizing. Okay, understood? Look, this is final answer. Pancreas gland contain number of isolates of Langerhans. Isolates of Langerhans two type. This is on right in your notebook. Okay, beta cell and alpha cell. Beta cell producing hormone insulin. Alpha cell producing hormone glucagon. Insulin what doing? Converting glucose to glycogen into glycogen in the liver and muscles. Cellular uptake the glucose. Similarly, convert glycogen in the liver to glucose, producing the glucose from amino acid. This right hand take. Okay. Page number 42. Take this one. Illustration 3.3. Look, a level of glucose in the blood is 72 and 10 mg. Okay, 100 ml blood. When it is high, production of glucagon decrease. They write decrease, and production of insulin increase. When it is low, production of glucagon increase, and production of insulin decreases. What is the normal level of glucose in the body? Yes, 172 110 mg per 100 ml. When it is increase, production of glucagon decrease, production of insulin increase. When it is low, production of glucagon increase, production of insulin decrease. Next, okay, this is one flow chart. Okay, normal level of glucose in the blood 72 and 10 mg, 70 can, 80, 90, 100, like this one 10 can. When it is increase, okay, what will happen? Glucose level increase, pancreas production insulin, correct, no? Insulin converting, what doing? Glucose converting to glycogen. Like this you can study. Okay, when it is low, glucagon level, okay, when it is, okay, it is right and take, understood, no? Normal level 72 110. Okay, when glucose level increasing time, pancreas producing insulin, insulin converting into what, no? Glucose to glycogen. Okay, when glucose level decreasing time, what will happen? No, pancreas produce the glucagon, glucagon converting glycogen to glucose. Did you hear diabetes? Yes, diabetes means, no, if the glucose level in the above 12600 ml before breakfast in morning, no, before breakfast, when you blood checking time, it is 120 and above means that is known as a diabetes patient or diabetes mellitus. This condition called diabetes mellitus. Why reason? What is the reason for diabetes? Decreasing the production of insulin due to destruction of beta cell in isolates of Langerhans contained in pancreas gland. In that, no, which one? Beta cell destruction. Due to destruction of beta cell, insulin production decreasing. Okay. Inability of the cell to utilizing the insulin produce, not producing insulin. Symptoms, how can identify diabetes? Increasing the appetite. Appetite means anger. If you eat, again eager to eat again and again, eating. And thirsty, frequent urination, number one. Okay, diagnosing, how to diagnosing diabetes or not. The blood test is there, determine of level of glucose in the blood for the 3 month urine test, like that you are doing. Okay, number of method is there in textbook, page number 43 is there one method to finding how to find the diabetes. Look, Bennett's solution is there. By using Bennett's solution, no, diabetes identifying glucose level in the blood. It is conducted by the test the presence of glucose in the urine. Take 2 ml of urine in the sample in the test tube. Add 2 ml Bennett's solution to it and heat for 2 minutes. Observe the changing in the color. Comparing the color with the glucose level indicator. Example, look this one. Look this. If blue color not contain the glucose, in diabetes not. Green or yellow color means trace of glucose. Glucose start to little glucose is there. Orange or red color, it is moderate. Means glucose level is little more. And brick red color, large amount of glucose contain. Diabetes patient. Orange also diabetes. Okay.